Hey you guys, it's been a while, for me at least. I haven't filmed in quite a bit. But today is the day before the full moon. Tomorrow's the full moon in Pisces. It's a blue moon. It's very supercharged, and right now we have an incredibly low tide. It's a really special low tide. I think it's like 0.2 meters or feet, but it is prime seaweed picking time, and so I'm here to collect some kelp and some bladderwrack seaweed, and I'm going to make kelp cannelloni as a way to honor the full moon, but also just because I've been craving this recipe, and so yeah, I'm gonna do that. And so I thought I'd take you guys on this day with me, a day in the life with me a little bit. So let's head down to the water and get picking my seaweed. So there's a lot of winged kelp in here and sea lettuce, but this is too close to the shore. I want to go out farther so it's as clean as possible. I wouldn't harvest all of that stuff, so you want to go out far. Starting to come up on some of the bladderwrack seaweed, which is that guy there. That one. All at once I can see it put back together. You could call it a vision or a tether. Take me to the jungle, teach me tiger law, read to me a poem, sing to you a song, drunk in my devotion. I'm actually not seeing any bull kelp, and that is what I need. So I might need to go to another beach. With you I'm blessed. All at once. So I'm walking to another beach that's more known for its bull kelp, which is what I need. Sometimes different seaweeds wash up on different beaches, but I'm hoping that I will find some fresh stuff here. I don't know if you can see, there's a kelp forest there and a kelp forest there, but I just need like 1 or 2 pieces. So normally you would swim out and get fresh kelp, but I'm not gonna do that today. So I'm just looking for a few pieces that I've literally just washed up with the low tide so that it's clean to eat. And so I'm having a little bit of luck, but I'd like an even fresher piece. That was best case scenario, I think, so I'm gonna head home. Just got back in my car. That's my new shelf back there. I was collecting my last piece of kelp, and this woman came down to the beach and we started chatting, and it turns out she is the OG seaweed lady of our town and the founder of Seaflora, which is a pretty well-known seaweed company here, and they make really luxurious products out of the seaweed, and she created that company. And we talked about seaweed and the ocean and soil and the founding of her company. We just sat there for like the last hour and a half as the tide came in and chatted. And one of the tips that she gave me is if I really want to become a seaweed expert, I need to learn the Latin names, because people call seaweed all different kinds of things, but there's only one Latin name. And so, for example, the bladderwrack seaweed that I collect, she said that's more of a British way of saying it, and around here they actually call it rockweed. And but I should learn the Latin names, which really resonated with me because I studied advanced Latin for about 3 years when I was studying archaeology. So wow, I just really love that. That was honestly such a treat. Okay, now that I'm home, I want to show you some of the other seaweeds that I have that I've bought from the store to eat. So this is just your traditional nori. I eat this quite often, but this is seaweed harvested from my town. This is winged kelp, and then I also have bull kelp, which is what I was harvesting today. Hello. And so I can buy these locally, and it's really, really good stuff. But this is Atlantic dulse, and I've bought this to put in my smoothies and things to extract heavy metals from my body. And she says it's not actually great to purchase and eat this because it's so over harvested. And also, the woman who harvests this, her name's Amanda. She just wrote this book. It's called The Science and Spirit of Seaweed, and someone just lent this to me, and so I'm going to read this. The photography in here is absolutely incredible, and so I'm really, really looking forward to this. And yeah, so she harvests this, and this is the seaweed that I buy. And then it has the Latin names, so I can start learning the Latin names. So winged kelp is Alaria marginala. I totally forgot to mention here that Amanda was my first seaweed teacher. I took a class with her about 10 years ago when I was starting to eat seaweed. So I had a party last night and it's quite messy in here. I did most of the cleanup before bed, but I still have a bunch to do. And so I'm going to do that so that I have space to make my recipe, and I also need to start making my ricotta, and I've never made ricotta before. And I also need to work at some point, so I'm going to get doing that. The recipe that I'm using it's called Kelp Cannelloni, and my friend Tom created this recipe. He's also called the Nature's Chef. He is incredible. He forages all of his food from all around our lands and our oceans. It's because of him that I've had things like sea urchin, sea cucumber, sea asparagus, all these things. And so he makes this recipe called Kelp Cannelloni, and instead of using noodles, you use kelp, and it is so good. I've had it so many times, and this is my first time making it on my own, so we'll see how it goes. But I was looking for the recipe online because I knew he had it somewhere, and I found that the CBC did an article on him and his kelp cannelloni, so I'm using the recipe from the CBC article, and I will put that in the description box for you below so that you can try it out too if you have access to kelp. I'm going to put the rest in my bath for tonight to have a full moon medicine bath. And seaweed has so much iodine in it and minerals and just so much healing properties, so many healing properties, and I'm having like hormonal imbalances, and so I'm hoping that will help me out. Milk is boiling, and so I'm going to finish up there and then do some work. Flowers from my garden. They're so pretty. So I'm just looking at the seaflora website. This is the company that the woman I met, Diane, created. And yeah, they have so much good information on here. This is amazing. So I want to check out their shop, and look, they have so many different products. So I think I'm just gonna go to the store. So I think I might whip into town and go see it, and maybe get something for my skin. My skin is not behaving. Another thing I want to show you is this shelf. I got this mid-century shelf. The other part is in my car, as you saw, and when I got it, it had all of this damage, and so I'm repairing this shelf now, and it's going to go right here. It's going to replace this shelf. I'm really excited. I've been making a lot of changes to my witch room. So I do have to work today. I started working again at the beginning of the summer. You might have known or not known that I took the first half of this year off. I've started working again, and now I'm working for a company called Boho Magic, and I also have some other clients. I work as a contractor, so I work freelance, and so my main gig right now is with this company called Boho Magic, and they are a jewelry company, and they're incredible. It's one of the best companies I've ever worked for. I just feel like days like this really fuel me, because it makes me even more aware of how great it is to be able to control your own schedule and your own hours. Okay, I'm ready to go into town, but I'm just gonna strain my ricotta first. Okay, that's just gonna sit there until I get home. So I never shut my door. When I was at Seaflora, I met Diane's daughter-in-law, and she was seriously amazing, and she helped me pick out a couple cool products. And then I went to visit my best friend Anna at her work. Yeah, just hi. This is Anna.
Pansy?
Yeah. This is Winnie. Okay, so I went to Seaflora. I met Diane's family and her daughter-in-law helped me pick out these things. And so the first thing that I got is the seaflora eye masks, and they're literally pieces of seaweed, and I am very excited about those. I also got, well, let's do this. I got the bladder wrack seaweed exfoliant, and you can use this on your body and your face. And so like I mentioned earlier, it's also called rockweed. And also the woman who helped me, Chantel, she actually designed this label, and I think that is so cool. I got the real seaflora experience today. And I also wanted to mention that both at the store and on the beach, they told me that there are about 600 to 700 types of seaweed in the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Amazing. And then I also got their seaweed body gel because I can use it on my face and my body, so it's a great multi-purpose product to start with to get to know their line. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And she gifted me this deep sea moisturizer, and it's for dry skin, has lots of collagen and peptides, and I think this will pair really, really well with this. Before I jumped into work, I wanted to check on the new garden, and you guys voted on my community tab and on my Instagram on the name of the garden, and she is officially the Goddess Garden. Now I really need to get to work.
I can't know how it is to be where you so calmly sit. When I'm further my own, there it is. Catching only part of it to just... I have moved to the couch. I want to show you something that I'm working on. This is a graphic design that I'm working on. It's marketing for another local witch. She is a black cord elder witch with the 13th house. Okay, so her name's Bridget Barner. She is a black cord elder witch with the 13th house mystery school in Victoria. It's going to be really amazing and a really useful class for witches, whether you're beginner or you are advanced. I think there's going to be some really amazing pieces of wisdom in this class. So let me show you what it's looking like so far. It's October 14th and 21st. It's a 2-part series. Once I was about halfway done work, I started making the rest of my kelp cannelloni, and I started by collecting a few herbs and things from the garden. Then I assembled the filling. Next was the sauce, and I honestly just kind of winged this part. I was short on the ricotta just by a little bit, so I ended up making a cashew cream type filling to add with the ricotta.
Then I washed and blanched the kelp fronds. And then it was time to finally put it all together. Then, as everything was cooking, I set the scene for a cozy night in. Okay, so I'm done cooking, finally, 12 hours later. And I inadvertently made a feast, and I'm gonna show you, but I just want to say that this is not a regular thing for me. Maybe I am becoming a kitchen witch. I don't know, but it all looks so good, and I'm very excited. Okay, here is my dinner. Here is the bull kelp cannelloni, a full day's work. Then this is a salad with a cashew Caesar dressing I made a few days ago, some bacon, some Parmesan, and then a fig from the organic farm. This is cake that's left over from my party last night, and my friend made this all from scratch. It's lemon, and this is blackberry juice that I made from the blackberries in the yard. So this is my glorious dinner. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!